For the first time in a long time, there are more active listings than there are pending homes in Carmel Mountain Ranch. Hang out with me till the end and I will explain what's going on. This is a Carmel Mountain Ranch real estate market update. Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, please hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss any of these updates. We make our way around the county every single month with these neighborhood real estate updates, an ever-increasing list of zip codes all over San Diego County. Viewers from all over the county have asked us to add this zip code, add that zip code, and now we're just cranking them out left and right. And every single week we bring you San Diego Market Watch, which is a comprehensive look at the entire San Diego County real estate market. Now, Carmel Mountain Ranch is near and dear to our hearts because it is home base for Eric and Deva Edelman, and that's where our office is and our home, and we've been here for more than 20 years. So when it comes to what's happening in Carmel Mountain Ranch, we definitely know the numbers. However, we study the entire county, every zip code, and know the numbers everywhere. Carmel Mountain Ranch is just, like I said, near and dear to our hearts. So let's get cracking. Looking at what's going on in Carmel Mountain Ranch. And first I will tell you, this is not Carmel Valley. I get a lot of confusion about that. You say Carmel Mountain Ranch and people immediately go to, oh, a rich guy lives in a $3 million home. No. Carmel Mountain Ranch, very different from Carmel Valley. Very, very nice, of course. However, much closer to the San Diego County median price when it comes to home prices. Anyway, let's get right into it. Looking at what's happening here, 15 active listings, which is more than we've seen in Carmel Mountain Ranch for a while, and only 6 pending. So roughly half of the active inventory is currently in pending. Although I do happen to know that places are still selling quickly. The ones that are selling quickly. And if you've got it priced right, you're going to get more than you're asking for. I happen to know about this one here on Eastbourne Road. One of our buyers actually did write an offer on this property. The property is currently pending and not under contract with our buyer. We wrote our offer significantly over asking price, and we did not win the battle. So this one's going to sell probably a lot closer to 1.3 than 1.2. And it does back right up to the new Lennar development. So at this point in time, I cannot point to any evidence that says what's happening over our back fences in Carmel Mountain Ranch is hurting real estate values. It's really impossible to tell you what homes would be selling for if the Lennar development were not going on. But when you look at the medians in the area, what homes are selling for square footage wise, age wise, Carmel Mountain Ranch seems to be holding its own, regardless of the fact that Lennar is tearing up the community. Now, we've got 6 pending and currently 4 sold in the last 30 days. So it looks like activity maybe picked up a tiny bit in the last 30 days because we've got 6 pending and 4 sold in the last 30 days. However, this is not a lot of activity when you look relative to the 15 active. So if you are putting a home on the market in Carmel Mountain Ranch or want to talk about putting a home on the market in Carmel Mountain Ranch, talk to us because it is very important to get that pricing correct. Price it well so it will sell. You do not want to languish on the market because that only leads to chasing things downhill and getting less money in the long run. Now, let's go back to the map here. Oh, back to the map, back to the map, oh, back to the map, back to the map here. And now let's take a look at the longer term trends here with the InfoSparks chart looking back to January of 2021. Carmel Mountain Ranch was above the San Diego County median. It was at 934,000 back in 2021. And then by the spring of 2022, had really created some separation from the San Diego County median, shooting up to 1.388 million. And Lennar was in Carmel Mountain Ranch at this time. So Carmel Mountain was already feeling the effects of new development. and still looking at median prices like that. And then it's been up and down since 2022, surpassing that high back in January of this year, and then again surpassing that high this summer. Currently, the median price in Carmel Mountain Ranch for a detached home is $1.277 million. And speaking of Lennar, this does not include any data from the new home sales. That data is not being reported by Lennar the same way that we're required to report home sales as realtors. Lennar gets to do things a little differently. Builders in general get to do things differently. So when we look at percent of original list price to final closed sale price, it's a mouthful, but it's an important stat because this really shows you the heat of the market in terms of buyer enthusiasm. What are buyers out there willing to do? So when we had a very high peak in median price at $1.388 million, we also had a very high peak in amount over asking price that people were bidding 118.1% on average in the spring of 2022. And very quickly, by the fall of 2022, down to 89.8%. And really almost, well, we got back up to 116.1 back in March, very short-lived. Currently 98.1%. So on average, homes are selling for 98.1% of asking price in Carmel Mountain Ranch, and that is identical to what's happening in San Diego County. And that's pretty normal. Even though we've got more active than we do pending, the market is still tilted in the seller's direction. If you have a good property at a good price, you will get multiple offers. The ones that aren't selling, there's issues there, probably pricing problems, location, condition, all of that stuff comes back to price because there's no problem with your property that proper pricing cannot cure. Now, let's look at market time. Crazy fast, as usual. Some stuff is sitting on the market, but what is going under contract is going under contract in about half the time of the county average. Carmel Mountain, 14 days. San Diego County, 30 days currently. So that is what's happening in Carmel Mountain Ranch. If you like this content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We will be back later this week with San Diego Market Watch. And then because of your special requests, we are just going to be cranking out the real estate market update videos. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.